Y'all know what time it is. Favorite time of the year. NBA tip off 2024. I First, I guess I can say what I feel about that first game. That first game, we saw everything that we expected to see. Um, Boston looks like a team that just won the championship. The Knicks look like a team that just got assembled. And I didn't expect the Knicks to get beat that bad, but um, I mean, the way that they played today is not how I expect them to play for the end of the season. We literally just saw what could be a playoffs meeting. I don't want to see it in this form that we saw today. I don't want to see that at all. But I don't think I think those teams will be closer. But what I will say about Boston, last year I thought that Boston was a good team in a field that wasn't as good. And I feel like they capitalized on being the better team while everybody else was indecisive. This year, Boston is playing as if they just won a championship. So they already was a good team. The thing is what people don't feel what people fail to realize with Boston, they got two superstars, but they got several stars that are humble. They got several stars that will play the background and could be easily a number two or a number three on another team, but they accepted a position as a role player. That's crazy. Like that chemistry that they have is unrivaled. I don't see another team out there, and I know that there's a lot of teams in the East that are currently scrambling after watching how good Boston is. um, like any given time, Tatum and JB can literally disappear. They don't have to be good, and somebody else gonna step it up. I can tell you, Al Horford is playing. That man he's gonna be at the nursing home still and still be able to contribute on an NBA team. That boy he just will not show any let up. He's not showing any signs of age. Um, like he is still a contributor at this point in his career. And I tell you, it's a lot of that was a good pass. That's a darn good pass. Um, there has been a lack of a trade market for Brandon Ingram. Y'all know I'm a Pelican fan. There's been a lack of a trade market for Brandon Ingram. If I was, if I'm, if I'm Philadelphia, this is gonna sound real bad. If I'm Philadelphia. I'm sorry. What does I can't even think of his name right now, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with the boy. Like it's just I ain't see him all off season, so to see him go from black hair to like he got like two tone brown hair. That's crazy. Oh, he got a star in the head too. Anywho, yeah, if I'm Philly, I'm calling New Orleans immediately and trying to see what I can do to get Brandon Ingram. And honestly, as a New Orleans fan, I don't know if if I'm Philly, I'm still hesitant to do that, even though I feel like they need it. But they whole team it seems like they're consistently dealing with injuries. And why would you? Oh, they I don't necessarily think that was an offensive foul, but okay. Let's see this. It was a foul, but LeBron sold it a little bit. Hmm. But I wanna. That was a nice layup. It's a nice layup from LeBron. Um, I want to take this time out to say something real quick. I saw a lot of criticism um, of the WNBA finals, and I saw people talking about these are professionals, um, and they showed like a 2 minute stretch of some sloppy basketball, and they made it seem like just because they are professionals that it's impossible for them to play at such a level. Well, yeah, it's that's beneath them, and I just want to draw people's attention to like the expiring seconds of the third quarter of that Boston New York game. You had the same thing there, and I've seen it at points in this Laker Minnesota game. So like, I get it. Is it the same product? WNBA is not the same product as the NBA, but it's still basketball. So for people to act like those women aren't professionals and like they're not capable of having having periods of basketball that are tough to watch. Like, just as someone that grew up watching old school basketball, sometimes it's hard for me to watch this newer form of basketball. I hate watching it sometimes. Like I was watching, I don't remember which game it was. I think it might have been the first quarter of this game here, the Laker Minnesota game. And I'm sitting back watching. I'm like, man, why do NBA players love taking such difficult shots? Like Austin Reeves got a pick from Anthony Davis um, at the 3 point line, and it's like Austin Reeves went the opposite way in which he was supposed to go, but then he came back, and when he came back, the defender is still there, but he just had just a little moment to get a shot off, and he took a difficult shot, and it's like, why are NBA players so in love with these high degrees of difficulty shots? Like, just stuff that, like, I know these are the best players in the world. I know y'all practice and y'all can do it, but just because you can do it don't mean that you should do it. Like, there are better baskets that one can make, and I'm not saying that, the basketball that I grew up on, one man heavy isolation basketball. I'm not saying that that's what's necessary in this day and age, but Boston just won a championship, and there's no better team out there. I'm not saying that they're not teams that are better than Boston. That could be the case. A team could be better than Boston. What I'm saying, as far as playing team basketball and recognizing that at any given moment, any one of us could be the reason in which we're going forward. Like, I'm not leaning on Jason Tatum. I'm not leaning on JB. Like last year, Jason Tatum was clearly a better. Well, not clearly, but Jason Tatum is a better player than Jaylen Brown. But Jason Tatum said that it's not necessary for me to go out here and play hero ball in order to win. We will actually actually have a better chance at winning if I go out here and just play role, play as a position, play my position. So just to sit back here and watch, like the fact that some of these guys take such difficult shots opposed to just looking for your teammate, like it's so crazy to me. Like literally forcing. Uh, I was trying to see what happened there, but literally forcing up such hard shots. It's hard to watch sometimes, and that's just to bring it back full circle. It's hard to watch, but that doesn't mean that you have to be as highly critical. Just the same things that you see that you can consider to be problematic in the WNBA is right there in the is right there in the NBA also. Uh, Outside of a few things, like if you particularly don't like when not seeing action. I'm not even gonna say action because you have that in the WNBA, but like high flying action, you're not gonna get that out of the WNBA. But at the same time, like that's not even that. Excuse me. That's not even the action that we love out of the NBA right now. Like people are in love with the three ball. We just watched Boston try to break a record, and there was a point in time in that Boston game, once I like again saying that it's hard to watch sometimes, there's a point in time in that Boston game where literally all five Boston players were behind the perimeter. And I just don't feel as if there's ever a moment in basketball in which that is okay. Like basketball is a game of space and five different players utilizing the different space offered to them on the court to do something with it. Moving interwoven pieces, and nobody was moving. Everybody was on the line. But hey, it's all right when you can go out there and drop a 30 piece on somebody. That was a pretty layup, boy. That was a pretty layup. I'm surprised to see Minnesota play this bad. Ooh. Yeah, I'm finna hit the hay very soon. This is literally a night full of blowouts. Hopefully we can get some better games tomorrow. Pelicans play. I think that we should be able to get the job done with Chicago. We don't have an actual center on the team, but hey, we'll see how it works. I will say this though, Dante DiVincenzo looks a whole lot better than the team that he left. Uh, it, Anybody that know me know that I love Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges look like he left his superpowers in Phoenix. See, we having one of those sloppy moments of basketball right now. Rui stopped it, but we was getting some sloppy basketball just now. Don't sleep on Minnesota though, because that boy right there, Anthony Edwards, I like him, man. He got that dog. He has that dog about him. Boy, that was a the Lakers are on one. They probably Minnesota probably need a timeout right here. Can we get that timeout now? But see, right there, you get that sloppy basketball in the NBA too. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It's probably about time for me to go ahead and lay it down, because this is not a competitive game right now. Even though I believe in Ant's ability to get them back in the game, right now it don't look like something that requires my attention. But tomorrow is gonna require my attention, just because like one of the things that I looked at in that Knicks game, like I was still watching it and like studying it once it was. Excuse me. Once it was way past determined who was going to win that game, but I was watching because I just wanted to like look for potential and see what I feel like with time what that Knicks team can grow into, and one. Yeah, he trying to get them pumped. That's one of the things I said on social media before. Like if Bronny get in, Anthony Edwards gonna look at that man and say, "Your daddy can't save you." That man out there talking noise, like he talks big noise, and I love that about Anthony Edwards. But yeah, I forgot what I was even saying out there. Man, I'm getting old. Like I ain't got the memory that I used to have. And there go the moment right there, 9-23, big moment. I was looking at something earlier, and I thought that it would have been so dope. It would have been so dope. Oh, Savannah is there. I was like, man, Savannah missed it. Mm. This probably ain't good, but I want to see. I want to see Ant get matched up against Bronny. Hello. Hey, you said what? Great. Well, I would love to stay and chat with y'all all night, but my wife just called, and that's way more important than this live right here. So I will holler at y'all later.